Hey champs, welcome back to Math Learning Studio. Today we will discuss a very simple and very short topic that is about the general formula of a quadratic polynomial. See, हमको इतना तो पता है that there is a general form of a quadratic polynomial and it is given by ax square plus bx plus c. This is the polynomial of x and it is a quadratic polynomial. Why quadratic? Because it has the highest power as 2. And in this polynomial, a, b and c are known as the constants. They may be any number, any real numbers, right? And a cannot be equal to 0 because a becomes 0, then the first term becomes 0 and this polynomial will become a linear polynomial. Okay? So a quadratic polynomial has this general form. Alright? Today we will try to understand that what is the formula to find out a quadratic polynomial. How do we get a polynomial? One way is to find a, b and c. If I tell you, okay, if I say a is equals to 2 and b is equals to minus 3 and c is equals to 1, then what is the polynomial? Then you can simply write that, sir, this formula or this polynomial will be p of x is equals to a is 2, so 2x square, b is minus 3, minus 3x and c is 1, so plus 1. So 2x square minus 3x plus 1 is the polynomial. Right? So this is when we have the coefficients given. Alright? What if we do not have the coefficients? Then, bhai kuch to diya hona chahiye na? Because we are understanding a formula. And formula is always based on something given. Like if you want to find the area of a rectangle, we need the length and breadth for that. Should be given, right? उसके बिना नहीं होगा. और अगर given नहीं, there has to be some way to find it out, right? So हमको भी quadratic polynomial का formula बनाना है या समझना है या apply करना है. Something should be given, yes. And that something is called the zeros of the polynomial. अगर हमारे पास zeros हैं polynomial के, तो हम easily उस polynomial को find कर सकते हैं. How do we find that? Well, you must be knowing something called factor theorem. What does that theorem says? The factor theorem says if x is equals to a is a zero of a polynomial, right? Zero means that value of x which will make the complete polynomial equal to 0, right? So if x equals to a is a zero of the polynomial, then x minus a is a factor, right? ये हमने पढ़ा है. This is called the factor theorem. So अगर मेरे पास zero है, तो we can find a factor from there, right? Now in general किसी भी quadratic polynomial के जो zeros होते हैं, ठीक है, zeros को हम alpha and beta let करते हैं. Alright, so alpha and beta are the zeros of a quadratic polynomial. General rule, okay? So it means from here, if x minus alpha and x minus beta, they are what? They become the factors. These are the factors. Alright, now, how do we find any number? Any number, if we know the factors of that number. अगर मुझे पता है कि कोई नंबर, okay, what do you mean by factors first? Factors are those smaller numbers which are multiplied together to get a larger number or a number. Suppose 10 and 2 are the two factors of a number. Which number will that be? Yes, that will be 20. So 10 into 2 is 20. Alright? So from the number, when you want to find the factor, we need one factor, then we divide, the quotient becomes second factor. Right? But if we have the factors given, what do? We multiply the factors to get the number, right? Same thing we'll do here. We know now that this and this are the two factors of the quadratic polynomial of a general quadratic polynomial. General, हमको नहीं पता values क्या हैं. That's why we use the word general. General means these two may be of any, and they may have any real number as their values. Alright? So factors मिल गए, factors को क्या करना है? Multiply करना है. What comes up? You may pause the video here and try to multiply these two and find what do you get. Whatever you get will become the formula for the quadratic polynomial. Okay? Pause the video and try to multiply these two. Okay, so after the multiplication, I'm sure you must have got this expression, right? So first was this factor, second this factor, and this is the expression that we get after the multiplication. Now, we can treat that this is the formula, this is the general formula to find any polynomial when we know alpha and beta, any quadratic polynomial when we know alpha and beta are the zeros. करना क्या है? Alpha beta की वैल्यू यहाँ पुट कर देंगे. But you know what? Sometimes there is a constant number also. Sometimes it is a factor. Like if I take an example, 4x square minus 2x plus 8. Now this is a polynomial, and it is very clear that number 2 is a factor of each of these terms. So this becomes a factor of this complete polynomial as well, right? So just to denote that, or just to give some weightage to that that the constant factor, what we do, we take that there is a constant factor. Let us take it as k. You may be thinking now, if there is no constant number as the factor of the polynomial, like we can take an example of 2x square minus 3x plus 5. अब इसमें तो 2, 3 और 5 में कुछ कॉमन ही नहीं है, but है. Yes, you must be getting it. It is the number 1. 1 is a factor of all the numbers. All the expressions will have 1 always as their factors, right? So if there is no factor, no constant number as a factor of each terms, then we take the value of k as just 1. Okay, so it is the constant number which sometimes is a factor of the polynomial. अब इसको यूज कैसे करते हैं? Well, this formula can be applied in two different ways. One way, हम अल्फा और बीटा की वैल्यू गिवन हो हमको, then we can put the values there. Otherwise, sometimes, see, what is this alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta is the sum of zeros. And what is alpha into beta? Alpha into beta is the product of zeros. Now, there can be two ways of asking this question. One, you are given the zeros. मतलब value given alpha beta की, भैया यहाँ पर put कर दो. Second, you may be directly given the sum and the product of zeros. क्या करना है? Directly values को यहाँ put करना है. Direct मतलब this complete value will be put. Okay? Let us take an example. I'll take two examples. One, I'll say the sum of zeros is equal to 1 by 2, and I'll write product in short is minus 2. Okay? What will be the polynomial then? The polynomial of x in this condition will be what? K. Okay, I don't know the k value of k yet, so I'll just write k into x square minus the sum of zeros means 1 by 2. और ध्यान रखो ये दो values alpha beta नहीं है, they are the values of sum and the product. So this becomes 1 by 2x and that becomes minus 2 because product is minus 2. So minus 2 into this plus becomes minus 2 only. ये value आती है. Right, now what about this k? So what we'll take is, suppose k is, the value of k is 2. 2 करने से मतलब 2 was the number taken as common. Why 2? Because we can see the denominator in this fraction is 2. So if I take the value of k as 2, what happens? X square minus 1 by 2 minus 2, and this can simplify further by multiplied by 2 inside, 2x square minus 1x minus 4. So actually this is that polynomial जिसके zeros का sum 1 by 2 है और product है minus 2. Right? Okay? So this is that polynomial. So this is one way. अब k की वैल्यू आपको हर बार कैसे फाइंड करनी पड़ सकती है? फ्रॉम द फ्रैक्शंस. फ्रैक्शनल पार्ट जो भी आएगा उसका आप एलसीएम ले सकते हैं डिनोमिनेटर्स का, एंड देन यू कैन फाइंड आउट वैल्यू ऑफ k देयर. और उस k से क्या करना है आपको? अंदर मल्टीप्लाई करना है. नाउ यू कैन सी, जब मैं इस पॉलिनोमियल में से 2 को कॉमन निकाल दूंगा, वैसे कॉमन नहीं है अभी, यहाँ पर 2 है, यहाँ 1 है, यहाँ 4 है, बट स्टिल इफ आई वांट टू टेक आउट 2 एज कॉमन, व्हाट डू आई गेट? 2 बाहर आएगा, ये एंड कॉमन निकालना मतलब डिवाइड करना. सो डिवाइड किया तो 2 यहाँ पर x स्क्वायर बच गया. ये -1 है, 1 को डिवाइड बाय 2 करोगे क्या बनेगा? 1 by 2 आ गया. 4 को डिवाइड बाय 2 किया क्या बनेगा? 2 आ गया. राइट? दिस इज वन वे. द सेकंड इज, अगर मैं बोलूं दैट zeros are 1 by 4 and say 1 by 3. So now what I am giving you is these are the values of zeros. So I'll say this is alpha, this is beta. मतलब अब हमको सम एंड प्रोडक्ट गिवन नहीं है, बट वी आर गिवन द एक्चुअल वैल्यूज ऑफ द जीरोस. ठीक है, तो ये आ जाएगा पॉलिनोमियल ऑफ x विल बी, अगेन आई राइट k x स्क्वायर माइनस अल्फा इज 1/4 प्लस बीटा इज 1/3. 1/4 into 1/3 x plus 1/4 into 1/3. Right? Now see the difference? Here we directly put those values in place of the complete expression, and in this we are putting the values in the place of just alpha and beta. Right? So it becomes k into x square minus, we'll take the LCM as 12 and numerator will become 7. So 7/12x plus 1/12. And now what we can think the value of k will be? Yes, we just like here denominator was 2, LCM becomes 2. So 12 and 12 we have the denominator. So LCM becomes 12 and we can take the value of x to be 12. So we take the value of k as 12. So value of k is 12. We multiply by 12 inside. So we'll get 12 x square minus 7x plus 1, and this becomes the final polynomial. Now the same polynomial can be found in one more way. जैसे हमने स्टार्टिंग में बोला था ना कि अगर हमारे पास a, b और c की वैल्यूज मिल जाती हैं, then also we can find. Yes, I'll just take the same example with the sum as 1/2 and product as -2, so that I can tell you one more way of getting this. Sometimes some students are confused about it, okay? But there is no confusion. We just apply the equivalent fractions concept to find the values of a, b and c. Along with it, we use something else. Okay? So let us take the same example in a different way. In the second method, actually what we do is, I have explained that thing in the next video, and it is called the relationship between the zeros and coefficients of a quadratic polynomial. And that relationship says that alpha plus beta means sum of zeros is equals to minus b by a, b and a are from here, and alpha into beta is equals to c by a. Okay? So this is a relationship. How it is derived, I have explained completely in the second video, and I mean the next video, so you can just watch that. And the title is relationship between the zeros and coefficients of a quadratic polynomial. Okay? This is the video. Just watch to understand how do we derive these two relations. Alright. Now, अब करेंगे क्या? So in the previous example I told that I say alpha plus beta is 1/2, and I said that alpha into beta is -2. Okay? So what do we do here? We know that this should be minus b by a. Okay? Minus b by a is equal to 1/2 आ गया. And this is alpha into beta becomes c by a. ये आ गया -2. So what we try to do here is we try to make the same denominators in these numbers. ठीक है? वो कैसे करेंगे? Very simple. We apply the equivalent fractions concept. What are equivalent fractions? Yes, those fractions which have equal values. And how do we get that? By simply multiplying the numerator and denominator with the same numbers. Alright? And मैंने बोला कि हमको दोनों का denominator same करना है. Such fractions are called what? Like fractions. तो हम like को equivalent दोनों fractions का concept apply करेंगे and we get easily the same polynomial. Alright? So ये हो गया 1/2. अभी इसको और इस पार्ट को भूल जाओ. अब वो करना क्या है? इधर भी 2 बनाना है, बिकॉज यहाँ 2 है वहां 1 है. सो इजी विल बी व्हाट? 2/2 से मल्टीप्लाई कर दो. राइट? सो दिस बिकम्स व्हाट? दिस बिकम्स -4/2. नाउ सी, ये वैल्यू है c by a की एंड इट इज -4/2. दिस इज द वैल्यू ऑफ b by a एंड इट इज इक्वल टू 1/2. एंड इन दोनों में वी कैन सी डिनोमिनेटर a, denominator a, denominator 2, denominator 2. What do we get from here? By comparison of the denominators, we can get the value of a should be equals to 2. Right? Value of a अगर 2 आ गया, then we can find easily the value of b from here. That becomes -1 because ये minus b की वैल्यू 1 आएगी. चलो लिख लेते हैं minus b is 1. This implies b is equal to minus 1. And third, c की वैल्यू देखो यहां से आ जाएगी, c is equal to minus 4. So c becomes minus 4. So c की वैल्यू आ गई, b की वैल्यू आ गई, a की वैल्यू आ गई. Now we can just replace these three values in this polynomial and to get the answer. So p of x, polynomial of x is equals to 2. यहां आ जाएगा 2x square. b is minus 1, it becomes minus 1x or simply minus x, and c is minus 4, so minus 4. And this is the same polynomial that we got in the previous example when we applied that other formula of quadratic polynomial. Alright, so now you can say that we have three ways of getting the polynomial, a quadratic polynomial. राइट, सो उसमें डिपेंड कर रहा है कंडीशंस क्या गिवन है. अगर आपको सम और जीरोस गिवन है, सम ऑफ द जीरोस एंड द प्रोडक्ट ऑफ जीरोस गिवन है, तो हम डायरेक्ट वो फॉर्मूला में अप्लाई कर सकते हैं, और वी कैन गो दिस वे आल्सो, व्हिचएवर यू फील इज इजियर फॉर यू. राइट, सेकंड में अगर हमको अल्फा और बीटा अलग अलग गिवन है, अल्फा गिवन है, बीटा गिवन है, then also you can directly either use that formula to put the values of alpha beta, otherwise आप sum find कर लो, product find कर लो, again go with this method. So your choice, whichever you want to follow. Alright, thanks for watching. Like and share this video, subscribe to my channel and stay connected.